Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the 2020 Jeep Wrangler, and this particular one is the Altitude package, so it pretty much blacks everything out. I love the look on it, but as always, we'll do a quick walk around on the Jeep, then we'll take it out to see how it drives. A big shout out and thank you to Larry Miller, Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy for providing us with a Jeep. Check them out if you're in the market. Oh, it's a Wrangler. There we go. After all this effort. And it's got a hood prop. Okay, well, all shenanigans aside, this particular Wrangler has the 2-liter turbocharged engine. You can get that 3.6-liter V6 as well. This one's routed through the 8-speed automatic transmission. You can get a manual. In terms of power outputs, 270 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The V6 has a pretty similar power output, so 285 horsepower and then 260 pound-feet of torque. This one's torqueier, whereas the V6 has a little bit more horsepower. So walking up to the front, I love the aesthetic of this Altitude package. So first off, on the fenders, so body colored because it's the Altitude package. LED lights, this one has the LED light package on it, and then this one has LED lights right here, and then this whole front grille, you notice that's also body colored in that granite metallic. And then you can see you still get fog lights just down below, tow hooks in the bumper. This one's a regular bumper, so no steel bumper group or anything like that. And then you can see the tire popping out through. That's one of my favorite things about the Wranglers, is how you can see the tire through the front fender right there. So around the side here we have these gloss black 18-inch rims with 255mm tires on the front and the rear. You can see that there's running boards that go along the side. The Jeep logos also are going to be blacked out on this Altitude package, and then you're going to notice that the whole top right up here, this is body colored as well. That is also part of the Altitude package. So blacked out everything pretty much with the badges, all that kind of stuff, and then body colored fender flares and hard top. So blacked out or body colored, that's kind of a theme of this package. So here's our key fob for the Altitude. So you can see that there's a lock and unlock, and then there's the horn function, no remote start or anything like that, and nothing fancy. Like I said, no remote start, but at least the LED lights in the back look pretty. So let's kind of start down and then go up this time. Let's do things in reverse. So you've got your little tow hook just there below the license plate receiver hitch with all the normal plugins for towing. Backup camera is integrated into the center of the tire there. Pretty cool gloss black rim again with the tire wrapped around it. And then popping up here, you can see full LED lights on the Wrangler. I love the look of those, especially at night, and you can see the gas cap is just there to the side. Now, still have the same Wrangler door, so that opens up, and then we can open this up, and there's a windshield wiper on the back of that, by the way, guys. See, storage space in here is actually pretty decent. There is a little charging station there, and you can pick this up. These are actually where you put all the bolts when you take off the hard top, just to store them there, and then extra storage space underneath, and then speaker for the sound system. And then when you take the top off, this is what will be exposed, and again, that is actually body painted, so it'll look pretty cool when you just have like the roll cage exposed on the Wrangler. But if you're wondering, you still have to shut this like normal and shut that like normal. Yeah, nothing's changed there. Now we've got the door panel here in the rear, so more of the leather black stitching on it, really nice. And then I love the handles on the Wranglers. I've always liked just how those look and feel. And we can look at the back seats here, so full leather on this one. This is pretty much like a fully loaded Sahara. You get these little cup holders. Oops, knocked my camera. But cup holders right there at the top of the seat. Little charging station, and then the window controls are on the center, since you can take off the doors, and you can see you've got like a little USB port back there. And then legroom back here is actually really decent, especially for a Wrangler. Oh wait, no, okay, mirror, now we can go. So you can look at this door panel here for the front. There's this little net for storage, but more of the leather there, and again with the door handle. Mirror adjustments are right there. Your lock and unlock are also right there. Now this might bump some of you out, but manual adjustments on the seat. No matter how much money you pay in a Wrangler or a Gladiator, you do not get power adjustments, but full leather seat right there, and we can see the pedal layout just down below, and there isn't going to be a hood latch because the hood latches are on the top of it. But anyways, we've got all of our light controls there, push in for fog lights. Those are the screen dimmers, and then the steering wheel, of course, it's going to be manually adjustable. It's a Wrangler. Step and height's actually pretty easy to get in and out of the Sahara, but just push that, and then the Wrangler will come to life. It gives you a little Jeep graphic right there. You can see we've got our cruise control right here. On the other side, you've got your little controls for the center stack, and then your regular Bluetooth voice command controls. Jeep right in the center, and then the steering wheel is fully wrapped with leather. Feels actually really nice in your hands in general. And then let's pop to this little display. So we've got the instrument cluster here. Over there you can see the RPMs, and then on the other side you can see the speed. And then in the center, it's kind of like a little screen that you can scroll through different menus. Look at that, it shows our off-road angle. Sorry, trying to turn the steering wheel and also get you those sweet camera angles. But yeah, so it shows you different bits of information, pitch and roll. That's kind of cool. And yeah, this screen in general is pretty configurable, and it's just neat that they have some functions on it for the off-road with the Wrangler here. I've got our 8.4-inch touchscreen, rubber seal all the way around basically to waterproof it. And yes, I have all the vents facing me because it's hot. But on the touchscreen, you can see the response time on it. Super quick with that. It's really easy to use. You can see the navigation function on it as well, just kind of how that looks. But you can do your texting, calling, Bluetooth, everything through here, and you can see got a little backup camera with the Wrangler as well, so that's going to help out. And then this does have the off-road pages, which those are of course going to take a minute to load up. Boom, graphic. Okay, now we got the off-road pages, so you can see it gives you similar stuff that you can see in this gauge cluster here, but now it's in the center screen, so that's pretty nice. And it also tells you stuff. But look at that, as I turn the steering wheel, tells me my steering angle, 0%, and then also tells me where the transfer case is in. Pretty neat in general. We've got our climate controls all down in this area, and then you can see you've got your hill descent control. That's to turn on or off the screen at the top. There we go. And then parking sensors right here, auto stop start, stability control. And then down here you've got all of your controls for the windows in the center right here, and then you've got some charging stations on that side, and then another charging station over there. Auxiliary on the other side, and then here is your shifter for the 8-speed automatic. It does have a shift mode, so if you want to shift the gears yourself, you can do that. And then this is for the transfer case, so you can see right here you've got your different gears. So you got your 2-wheel high right there, 4-wheel high neutral, and then 4-wheel low. Now right here we've got a little cup holders, and it looks like that's a slot that you could put your phone in. E-brake, and then you've got your center console right here, so a little USB port in that, decent amount of storage space, and like a double center console, so you can put stuff on the top here if you want. And then Jeep still has their little grab bar right here, and then notice the trim here, that's also part of the Altitude package. It is good looking because it matches the outside of the Jeep. I like that touch. But anyways, you can see the glove box in normal Jeep fashion right there. Now up top here we've got our universal garage door openers, and then you've got all of the things for the roof. So this is a T-top, which you can just remove with these. The back, you will need to use tools to remove that part of it, but everyone knows it nowadays, I feel like. And yeah, other than that, things are pretty simple, and they've got some padding up here for insulation. Nice. Normally I just tell you the price, but now you can see it because the window sticker is right here. So this is the base price before any options are added to a Sahara. This is all the optional equipment this particular one has, that Altitude package, like I said. And you can see this one's pretty much fully loaded. They have added everything. Blind spot monitoring. Didn't notice that. There's a triangle though. But yeah, there's your total price with all the options that this has. And I guess that you save money when you opt for these options. That's nice. Well, with that all done, let's take the Sahara out to see how it drives. We've got the Wrangler Altitude / Sahara. Let's see what the window sticker says. Altitude. Okay, it's not a Sahara. So let's talk about visibility before we set off. So you can see visibility of the hood's pretty good. I like those two little things on the hood. Those are so you can lower the windshield down onto it. Pretty cool feature. You can see through the mirror, and then the other mirror. You can see through the back. When you're driving a block of cheese like this, and that's not an insult, by the way, guys. When you are driving a block of cheese like this, it's pretty easy to see out of. Fully setting off in this Altitude package, and this drives like all the other Wranglers, so it's actually pretty comfortable since this one has more street-ready tires instead of off-road tires like a Rubicon has. So in terms of ride quality, it's pretty comfortable, but I mean, it's still going to be not as comfortable as a regular car. The Wranglers are a little bit rough. And then in terms of road noise, Yeah, you do hear a little bit more from the wind, all that kind of stuff, but again, that's kind of expected with the Wranglers. Steering, the steering is pretty light, well, really light actually. In terms of vagueness, there's a little bit, the vehicle kind of floats around, but it's not bad. It's definitely a lot better than previous generation Wranglers. You can see here, I mean, it handles pretty well, and I accidentally pressed a button on the steering wheel there. Whoops. Now let's get a little acceleration here with the Wrangler. Wranglers have never been known to be quick, but this turbocharged motor's got a decent amount of low-end torque that it gets it up and going. And other than that, I mean, it's just a pretty solid offering in general. This feels torquier than the V6 for sure, so this might be a little bit better on the off-road side of things, just get up and go. But at the same time, you do have to spool up those turbos, so it does take just a second. To wrap things up on this Wrangler, I really like this Altitude package. So if you're not going for the off-road package, which is the Rubicon, you want something that's just more day-to-day Wrangler, if that makes sense, if that is a thing, then this Altitude package is a great way to go, because it's got that cool, like, blacked out sporty look, and then it's got the street tires and all that. And so this is kind of like your mommy mall crawler Wrangler, but it's a cool looking mommy mall crawler Wrangler. There we have it, everyone, the 2020 Jeep Wrangler Sahara, but it's actually the Altitude package, so that's what we're gonna call it. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and then again, a big shout out and thank you to Larry Miller, Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy for providing us with the Jeep. I'll see all of you in that next video.